Good morning, everyone. It's Lynn Dunn from Stamptastic Designs. Thanks so much for joining me today. So today we are going to look at the February paper pumpkin kit. So I have a variety of different card ideas that I want to share with you, some alternate designs. And I have a couple of them here on the screen, but I have a total of 10 that I want to share with you. So it was a really pretty kit. The kit is called Hello Spring. So this is what it looks like. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. So let's bring this up here. So this is what the kit looks like. And there was enough supplies in the kit to create 9 cards, so 3 of each of the 3 different designs. And then, of course, there were some coordinating envelopes. And this is the stamp set. This is what the images look like for the stamp set that was included with this kit. And then, of course, the kit came with a little ink spot, a little Petunia Pop ink spot, and everything else that you need to create the cards. So basically, what I did, and pretty much what I do with all the kits, is I just cut apart the card bases. So I'm going to move these out of the way, and I'm going to show you the kit cards. So these are the cards. I like to create just one of each of the cards as intended. So these are the cards from the kit. And each of the card bases here, so this is a card base, this blue background, and this one has a green background, and then this one has that beige background. So each of the card bases have the same pattern on the front and back. So I like to just cut the card bases in half. So I basically just cut on the score line and I cut it in half so that I can use these pieces as designer paper to create some alternate designs. So that's what I did. So you'll notice that on this particular card, um, I just used the front of the card base. So I saved the other card base panel to create some of these alternate designs. So these are the kit cards. So they're very pretty. This kit actually coordinates with a stamp set that we have called Grow with Love. So this is available in online in the Stampin' Up! Store. So it has a stamp set, and then there's a coordinating die set. There's also another die that doesn't quite fit into my into my little stamp set case here, but so this coordinates with this paper pumpkin kit. So if you don't have the paper pumpkin kit, you can certainly get that stamp set and recreate some of these designs with your own supplies. All right, so let's move these out of the way. So those are the kit cards. And let's start out with creating a couple of these alternate designs. So I'll walk you through about 3 of them, and then I'll show you the other 7 that I created, the other designs that I created. So for this one, basically the kit came with all these little die cut pieces that already had pre printed images on them. But in this particular stamp set, there is this little image here that you can use to add the purple flowers to the chives. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to add these little flowers to this pre-printed design. And then we'll get the card put together. So it just kind of brings it alive a little bit. All right, so this alternate design, set that aside, starts with a piece of white cardstock. So I just have thick, basic white cardstock that I'm using. And then I just cut a 5 by 3 3/4 inch piece of white cardstock, and I embossed it with the exposed brick 3D embossing folder. So this is kind of the background design. And then I just started cutting up the card bases from the kit so that I could use them as pattern paper. So this is one of the card bases from the kit. So I just cut it at 3.5 by 2.5 inches. And this is just going to get adhered to this left side a little bit. We're not going to do it quite center. We're just going to go off a little bit. If I can get my glue to work. So we'll add this off to the side. And then what I did is I used some of the linen thread from the kit, although I used it all from the kit. So I'm going to use some of the linen thread that I have here. And I just added a little bit of linen thread on the side here. Just wrapped it around twice. So let's get this wrapped around. And then we'll tie this. So I like to tie my bows upside down. I think I tell you guys that all the time, but they just seem to lay a little bit better when you do that. Let's get this on here. And then you just kind of hold on the knot when you tie your bow, and you just pull the ends so they straighten out a little bit. So your bow looks better. There we go. And then we're just going to add this, but I'm going to actually move this over just a little bit. So you can bend your cardstock and move your bow over. So let's straighten this out. There we go. And then I'm just going to snip some of this. Well, actually, let's move it up. There we go. That's better. All right, so we'll snip some of this off. And then we will add this to the card front. And we'll have to just give this a little second to set up. All right, so while this is setting up, I'm going to gather the other things together. So in the kit, there were a couple of different little pieces here that you could stamp your greetings on. And so there were only 3 because each design only had enough supplies to create 3. So there were only 3 of these. So this time I'm going to be using just a different greeting. And I'm going to be using this greeting here. And basically we're just going to adhere this behind here, and then this is going to get popped up on the card. So we are going to probably snip that down a little bit, I think. So let's do that. I'm going to just straighten it out. Let's see if that works a little bit better. That gives us a little bit more room. All right, so we're going to add a little bit of glue here. And we are going to add that on the side, and then we'll flip this over. And we'll add our dimensionals. So I like to position everything before I add all these dimensionals. That's why I added just a little bit of glue in there. And it just makes it a little bit easier to align everything. All right, so let's add this underneath here. And I think that looks probably about good. And so that's really all there is to it for creating that little card. And then I just use my own embellishments. I just use some of these little textured dots just to add couple little embellishments. The kit did not come with any embellishments, or if it did, they're still in the bottom of my kit, but I don't think it came with any. All right, so that's what it looks like. So you can use either greeting and you can just kind of create the same style card and just kind of mix and match with the different pattern papers or card bases that are in the kit. So, all right, so that is the first one. And then the second one, oops, I think I moved it. Here it is. Sorry, guys, give me a second here. I'll put this one out. There we go. Okay, just had to rearrange some things. So for this one, I used some basic beige in the background. So that is what the card base is for this. And then I just kind of stuck with the same papers. So I still am using this card base. And the nice thing about this kit is if you run out of these card bases to use, you could always use the envelope because this pattern goes all the way down inside the envelope. So you do have a couple different options for, using this paper. So the paper I cut at 3 by 4¼ inches. And then I just added a 1 by 5" piece of embossed paper. So this is embossed white cardstock. So I started out with this. Actually, I was just using up some scraps and I ended up with this really cute little design. I think this is one of my favorites, the alternatives. So we're just going to adhere these two pieces together first, and then we will adhere it to the card front. So like I tell you guys, you can use these layouts with supplies that you might already have on hand. You don't necessarily have to do this with the kit. Of course, it's fun with the kit, but you can use these layouts with any supplies you have on hand. Any pattern paper will work with this layout. All right, so we'll add that. And then I cut one of the basic beige card bases at 3 by 2¾ So this is 3 by 2¾ And this is just going to go right in the center here. So we'll add that. So it just gives you kind of a fun little layout that you can use with these little pieces that I'm going to show you. So besides those tags, these little tag type rectangular pieces, the kit also included these little die cut pieces that were already pre-cut and colored for you. So I just decided to use those as a focal point. And then I used one of this is actually one of the pieces from the kit. I stamped it in the petunia, but then I decided I didn't want to use this side. I wanted to use this side. So that's what we're going to use on here. We're just going to add, actually, I think I'm going to go right about there. We're going to add that, but we need to add this piece first on here. So we're going to add a little bit of glue so this piece sticks. Add that. And then we're going to put this piece behind it and we'll just adjust it. Let's see. We'll just adjust it. So I think we'll go right about there. And that piece will go behind. And then we can adhere it. So like I said, I like to just organize everything instead of trying to tuck it in there. You just kind of lay everything out, use a little bit of glue to adhere it together, and then you can flip it over and add your dimensionals. And then we'll pop this up like that. And then you can embellish it, with anything else that you want. I'm going to just use a little bit of linen thread here, tied into a bow, maybe. And then you can just adhere that with a glue dot, or you can just use liquid glue. I like to use a glue dot, although the linen thread in the kit was a little bit thinner than this linen thread. Let's go up here, I guess. So I did use liquid glue with this linen thread because it was a little bit thinner than this one. And then you can just trim these off. And let's add our little embellishments. So isn't that a fun little design? I really like the colors in this kit. All right, so that is the second one. Let's trim a little of this off here, I guess. So that's what the second one looks like. And I think, oh, I didn't put anything in this one. In the other ones I did, but not in this one. Okay, so that is the second one. And then this third card design I want to share with you. So this has another one of those pre-printed designs on it. And this is from, we have a bunch of these different designs. So there were three of them, three different ones in the kit. So this is what the card should look like, but I decided to kind of separate them and use them individually instead of lumping them all onto one card. So that's what I did with this. And so this one we're going to do a little bit differently because I don't have another one of this particular design. So we're going to use the one with the purple in it. So let's add our flowers here. You're going to add these two little flowers. And we're going to use the same layout. I'm just using a different focal point. So we'll start with the white cardstock for the base of the card. And then we're just going to add that blue paper. So it's 2 1/4 by 5. So this is actually the card base, one of the card bases. So this is 2 1/4 by 5 inches. And we'll just add that off to the side here. And then the white cardstock on the bottom is 1 3/4 by 4 1/4 inches. So it goes the full length here of the card. And I just embossed it again using that exposed brick 3D embossing folder. And so that'll just go off the bottom. And then for my focal point, I'm just using the die cut piece that came in the kit, and I'm adding a 2 1/2 by 1 1/2 inch piece of old olive cardstock behind it. So we'll just add that. Well, let's go here. So we'll add that behind it. And then you guys can help me decide what greeting to put on here. I couldn't decide, actually. Let's see. I'm going to go like this. I got this huge sheet of dimensionals, which I believe came in the kit. It's just huge compared to our other ones. All right, so let's add this. Probably didn't need this many, but so this is going to go right in the center here. And then we have to add a greeting. So because I changed the colors a little bit, I couldn't decide if I should add the green one. So this is Old Olive. So I just stamped it on a scrap piece of paper and just used the scissors to kind of cut around the greeting. So that's how I created that greeting. This one, of course, was done in the Lost Lagoon. That's the color for that one. So it's either this one or this one. So what do you think? Any guesses? Any suggestions? Which one should I put on there? I can't decide. I think I want to go with the green one. But what do you guys think? Let me know. I'm going to add the embellishments while you guys are giving me a suggestion here. The green one. Oh, the green one's winning. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. For some reason, this one just, even though this is the one from the kit, this is the color from the kit, it's just not as bold, I think. Or maybe it's too bold. I don't know. All right, let's go with the green one. So let's add a dimensional. Oh, if I can find a little dimensional. Yeah, that sheet of, just to give you an idea, this is the sheet that came in the kit of dimensionals, and this is what the normal sheet of dimensionals looks like. So it's pretty big. All right, so let's add this. I just put a little dimensional on here because it's going to hang off the side, and we'll just add that right there. All right. So you can, obviously you can mix and match. You can use any one of these particular panels, these rectangular shapes. You can use any one of those with this particular layout. All right, so that is the third card. So let me bring back these cards. So these are the cards that I have for you that I kind of walked you through. But I want to show you some other card ideas. And I'll get all of these up on the blog for you so that you'll be able to get all the measurements. But I really liked the blue color. So that's the Lost Lagoon color. I just really liked the colors, with the Old Olive. There was also, I think, the color, let's see, what was it? Oh, Lemon Lime Twist is the other green color. So I kind of fell in love with the blue. So we're going to get a lot of blue designs. But here I just used the two pieces, and this big long rectangular shape came in the kit. So I just used that to create that layout. And then here's another layout idea. So it really was a fun little kit. Lots of different ways that you can use this kit or that you can use the supplies. So here's another one. This is another pretty one. I like the blue and the green together. Um, the blue and the purple goes good together, but I just really kind of like the, the green. And then here's another design with the purple. And these little circular shapes came in the kit. And of course, these other pieces came in the kit too. So, and then this one, I got bold and used some lemon lime twist. So I had some scrap pieces that I wanted to use up. And so I just created this little design using up some of the scrap card bases. And then I added that lemon lime twist. This is a 1 by 5 inch piece, because that's the color that's mixed in here with the Old Olive, is that lemon lime twist. So that's kind of fun. And then this is the last design. So I have 10 different card designs here that I created using the kit. So like I said, I'll get those up on the blog for you guys later today so that you have all the measurements and you can use those alternate designs with your kit if you have the kit. And if you don't have the kit, you can certainly use the alternate designs, with any supplies that you have on hand. And I also want to just take a moment to talk a little bit about Paper Pumpkin. So we are coming to the end of Celebration. So you guys know Stampin' Up! Celebration ends next week, February 28th. And some of you might not know that you are able to earn free celebration products with the purchase of a prepaid subscription. So I've been getting a lot of questions on this lately, so I thought I'd just take a moment to let you guys know that um, you can purchase a prepaid subscription directly from the online store at Stampin' Up. So just like you would add stamp sets or other things to your cart, you can add a subscription to your cart, and then you earn free celebration items. So Stampin' Up offers prepaid subscriptions for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months. And I get my Paper Pumpkin subscription. I get a 12-month subscription. So I usually purchase that during celebration because when I do that, then I earn free products for every $60 I spend. So the prepaid subscription is 200 and something, 250 something. So you will earn quite a few celebration products if you purchase that prepaid subscription, and then you just enter the code into your Paper Pumpkin account, and you don't have to worry about it until next year. And then during celebration, I do the same thing. I repurchase my subscription during celebration. So it's a great way to just get some free celebration products and then subscribe to Paper Pumpkin. So if you like Paper Pumpkin, it's a great way to do it. You can do a 3 month, 6 month, or 12 month and earn free products. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there since I've been getting a lot of questions about it. So, all right, you guys. So there is additional information about Paper Pumpkin in the description with this video. So you can definitely check that out. And then I do have an extra kit. So I'll try to get that out on the website for you guys later today, or you can email me if you are interested in that kit. You can email me at stamptasticdesigns@gmail.com, and I will save that kit for you. So all right, I think that's all I had for you guys today. So I hope you enjoyed these alternate card ideas and just a fun way to play around with the Paper Pumpkin kit and use the supplies differently. So when you use the supplies differently, you are able to create a lot more cards than if you were just to create the 9 different ideas. So I have 10 different alternate ideas here, and I still have lots of supplies left to create additional cards. So I hope that is helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments or reach out to me via email. Have a great rest of your day and a great week, and I will see you guys again next week. So take care, everybody.